Sometimes, even the fiercest of creatures need our help and support. This isn't surprising. We all need some help from our neighbors sometimes, whether it's just a kind word or something more material. One of the most important things is to not forget about those around us, or to ignore when they might need help. This incredible incident happened in California, USA. A grizzly bear went about his business crossing the Rainbow Bridge over Lake Tahoe. The bear probably didn't realize that the bridge was made by people and was meant to be used by cars. So when he saw two oncoming cars, he was terrified and jumped over the railing of the bridge. The bear ended up hanging from the edge of an 80-foot-high bridge, where he somehow managed to cling onto a concrete beam. The eyewitnesses of this incident immediately notified the authorities, but when they arrived at the scene, they decided that they couldn't help the bear in any way. People left the animal to face certain death because the bear wouldn't be able to hold on for a long time and would fall. In the morning, the same people returned to see what had happened to the grizzly bear. They expected to see that he'd fallen and died. However, the bear refused to give up. He was still holding on and trying to climb back onto the bridge, but all his attempts failed. He was having a very hard time as he was running out of strength. The bear was on the verge of death. After seeing what was happening, they decided to help. Together with the volunteers, they came up with a plan to save the animal. Rescuers stretched out a net under the bridge, and the animal control officer shot the bear with a tranquilizer dart. The injection worked quickly, and the bear's paw unlocked. He landed safely in the net, after which he was carefully lowered to the bottom of the gorge to the applause of over 100 spectators. The animal was then taken to a safe place. Thus, the 250-pound grizzly bear showed remarkable endurance, holding onto the concrete beam under the bridge for 24 hours before being rescued. Grizzly bears are believed to be bloodthirsty killers, but that isn't actually so. They're omnivorous animals. Most of their diet consists of plants, fruits, and berries, including blueberries and cranberries. They also feed on various insects, such as bees, ladybugs, and ants. A grizzly bear can swallow up to 40,000 moths per day. The bear menu often includes large animals, such as deer, moose, bison, and sheep. They are usually old, sick individuals and young animals. These predators are very fond of fishing, as fish are rich in proteins, so they can often be found near bodies of water with a lot of fish. Honey is a treat for the cubs. When bears are still young, they can climb trees and get to the hives. This big bear has no fear. Combined with its strength and size, it gives this animal an undeniable advantage over any victim. The bear deals with its prey with lightning speed. A grizzly bear is not afraid of people. Therefore, it is highly recommended to never go alone into the forest with grizzly bears, but only in groups. It is supposed to reduce the possibility of an attack in the event of an unexpected encounter with a strong and ferocious predator, at least to some extent. Fear and ignorance have given rise to many rumors about grizzly bears. Many stories exaggerate the animosity of these animals. However, when entering the territory where bears live, one should never lose vigilance and follow simple rules, never forgetting that people are just visitors there. Here are some more facts about these animals. Grizzly bears only seem clumsy and slow, but they can gallop for 50 to 100 meters. Archaeologists claim that bears appeared in Europe over 10 million years ago. Grizzly bears rarely eat food left behind by other animals. Did you know that bears are one of the smartest and most intelligent animals? Even though bears are highly trainable and learn quickly, nevertheless, training bears is even riskier than training lions and tigers. In fact, bears are the most unpredictable and dangerous animals of all thanks to their unpredictability and aggression. Bears are prone to mood swings. They can even attack a person they know well. The most dangerous thing is that bears don't have facial expressions. The trainer can't determine when the animal is preparing for an attack. Amateurs should never keep cubs in captivity, as it could cause someone to get injured, and keeping a bear on a chain would only anger the animal. Bears have very poor eyesight, so they're usually afraid of the person's smell and not of the way that they look. Trainers never use perfume or other strong odors when working with bears. If the bear is already kept in captivity, it is imperative to make their living conditions comfortable. Bears are nomads by nature, so their enclosure should be as spacious as possible. To better match their usual environment, the enclosure should have soil or grass on the ground. When feeding a bear, one doesn't need to place the food directly in front of it. If bears go hunting for food, their food should be hidden in hard-to-reach places like hollows, amongst the brambles and piling roots. Bears need to do some of the hard work themselves. Bears quickly get bored with the monotonous life in the enclosure, so it is very important to use specially designed educational programs for these animals. In the case of bears, it is possible to keep them in captivity and save their lives if necessary. However, they should not be caged for extended periods of time. So in 2015, Jim Kowalczyk and his wife Susan organized the Orphaned Wildlife Center. Jimbo or Jimmy is one of the 11 bears living in this shelter, just 2 hours north of New York. The bears got there as cubs, injured and unable to survive in the wild. In addition to bears, the shelter also offers rehabilitation for horses, deer, and squirrels. But this is not a zoo. It doesn't allow visitors. Our one and only goal is to bring animals back to nature, says shelter director Carrie Clare. The lifestyle at the shelter differs from wild nature in many ways. First of all, bears don't live in groups in the wild. These animals are solitary by nature. Kodiak, grizzly, and bearable bears live together there, even though they often compete for territory in real life. But in these conditions, the bears don't need to hunt. Kowalczyk believes that to understand a bear, one needs to know its eating habits. Some of them are vegetarian, while others like meat. The cleanest ones can balance on 3 legs just so they won't get their apple dirty. However, they all love peanuts. The main difference between life in the wild and at the center is the closeness to people. Jim Kowalczyk, for example, has even slept with bears in their winter den. Don't try to do this. According to Jim, the bears became like children to him. So as you can see, bears are contradictory in some ways. They are brave, hardy, unpredictable, adventurous animals. At the same time, they make loyal friends. I hope you like this video. Please share it with your friends and family. Also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.